bunch of surf casters out here
Yeah.
doing their deal.
So how long has Rockaway Beach been here?
Forever.
Forever?
It's the Rockaway Indians. What was that deep? See, there's a sandbar in between.
Yeah. So while you're getting your picks out, tell me about this beautiful guitar next to you.
These are our beautiful guitars. And what happened was when Mandolin Brothers, this goes back about, I'm going to say it's 20 years ago at least, and we can look at the serial number and figure it out. But it was the 25th anniversary of Mandolin Brothers, which was originally founded by Stan J. and Hap Kuffner, and became a world famous music store. And I became very good friends with both Stan and Hap, maybe closer with Stan. And we played a lot of guitar together. We'd go to little shows, or go back to Stan's house and we'd play some music.
Yeah.
We played a lot of guitar together. And we were at a NAMM show. And Stan said, we were with the people from Martin, and Stan said, we should do something special for the 25th anniversary of the store.
Yeah.
And we said, I said, yeah, we should. So and we were with the people from Martin. I think Dick Boak was there, and Ralph Kryman was there, who was the salesman at the time for them. And we said, we should do a guitar for the 25th anniversary. And because it's 25 years, we should have 25 of these guitars. So we pulled Ralph aside, and I said, I think Dick was there too. And we said, we'd like to design the ultimate Martin guitar. And it was Dick who said this, I do remember. The best guitar we ever made was a 12-fret triple O. So, now, I mean, he may tell different people different stories, but that's what he told us. And in my opinion, he's the world's leading expert on acoustic guitars. So we said, okay, let's make it a triple O. And let's make it as close to pre-war as we can. So we did some special things to this guitar. We put a pyramid bridge on the guitar, and we did an ebony overlay on the guitar, which is all very special. We had the top shaded with an antique type shade finish on it. There's a pickguard on this guitar which I had put on it myself. They didn't come that way. And on the back, we put a D45 backstripe. We had it all selected, hand selected, and all of that type of stuff. And Martin made them, and they delivered to us about 6 at a time, if I remember correctly. Now, when we were doing this, Stan was wearing a sterling silver tie clip mandolin. And I said, you know, it would be a really neat idea if we could take that mandolin and put it on a 12th fret. And by the way, I'm a 12th fret junkie. All my guitars are 12th fret guitars. So Stan said, yeah, that'd be a good idea. And Ralph said, it's going to cost a lot of money. so he said, okay, what are the alternatives? And Ralph went back to his folks and came back and said, you know, we can do that at a reasonable cost if we do it out of pearl. So if you can, I don't know if you can see it well on that, but on the 12th fret is a pearl inlaid F5 mandolin. We weren't allowed to call it an F5 at the time for legal reasons, but that's what it really is. And that was the insignia or the logo for Mandolin Brothers. So every one of them has that. Now, Stanley got number 1, and Stanley has since passed on, and his son has number 1, Eric. I have number 2, and this is number 2. But I always wanted another one. I wanted to gig with and wanted to keep pristine. So one day Stan called me up and he said, you know, I sell worldwide. But he said, somebody in your neighborhood of Roswell, Georgia, just purchased one of your guitars, the guitars you designed. And I called that guy up, and this goes back 20 years ago, and I said, we became friends. And I said, if you ever want to sell that guitar, I'll take it. And he called me back about a year ago. Well, we knew each other all along the way. But he told me about a year ago, he said, you know, I'm getting to where I can't play the guitar anymore. I have too many of them. I want to get rid of some. He said, if you still want that guitar, give me a price and we'll do a deal. So I now have 2 of them. This one stays in New York City, or Rockaway Beach, Queens, New York. So when I come to see family, it's here. And this one stays pristine. And this is the one I used to take to Stan's house to play with. And the other one is in Atlanta, Georgia, Roswell, Georgia. And that one has a pickup in it. And a few other little changes so I could use it at the shows. And that's how I have two of them.
And you had some pretty interesting folks who used to play with you over at Stan's house,
We
right?
played with some really good folks, one of whom just passed away last week, who were pretty good. Stan himself was an extremely good guitarist. And he had a very good way he worked it out. I learned so much from Stan. First of all, just spending time with him. We went to NAMM shows together. We went to the Martin Factory at least once a year, if not twice a year, for at least 20 years. So count that up.
It's a while.
Everything. And we'd do things. We did shows together. I played some colleges and so forth. But he came and played. As did Hap. Hap played on a couple also with us, and some of his other friends played along with us, type of a thing. But he had this great way. He could really play everything in one key and just capo. And he had all these great effects that he could do. It was just so clever the way he played. But he was a contemporary and a competitor with people like David Bromberg and people like that back in the very early Village, which I didn't start going to the Village in 1965, maybe 64. And he had been down there even before that type of a thing. So yeah, we had a lot of good players. Mark Horowitz, who had played with Judy Collins for a while, was one of them. I don't want to mention some of the other names, but some of the people may not want to know that. But they were all really good players. Yeah. And I was by far not the best player there, but it was a wonderful thing. We'd sit in a room in a circle at Stan's house, would order pizzas, and would play, and you knew time was over, but Stan would get up and turn off the lights. And we'd keep playing. And he would just disappear up to bed.
Well, play us some.
And his wife, Bea, would be there. She would play the viola, I think it was. She played with us. And she played it wasn't a stand-up, it was the cello. She played with us quite a bit, too. And we would go out, Bea, Stan, and I for a while. I'd come up every Christmas to visit family. We'd go out and play in old age homes on Christmas Day and things like that, which was really kind of a neat thing.
Yeah.
So what does this guitar sound like? Spending all my money, Lord, like I didn't can. Taking my friends out for a mighty good time. We had fancy liquor, champagne and wine. Then I began to fall so low. Had no money, Lord, no place to go. I get my hands back from a dollar. And I'm gonna hang on till that ego wins, because nobody knows you when you're down and down. In your pocket, but not a penny. As for your friends, oh Lord, there just ain't too many, but as soon as you get back on your feet again, everybody wants to be that lost friend. It's mighty strange, without a doubt. There ain't nobody knows you when you're down and down. Everybody wants to be that lost friend. It's mighty strange, without a doubt. There ain't nobody knows story of the 25th anniversary Mandolin Brothers guitar. Anybody who's out there who has one, you're very, very lucky. Because these are great guitars. Absolutely great guitars. And this one has strings that are about 2 years old on it, and it still sounds good.